All right, this is Bart and George, and I'm here with the Gluster guys. I'm here with uh, Hitesh Chilani and Jack O'Brien.
Hey, Bart.
So, welcome to the Cloud Expo. And can you guys tell me? Why don't we start with Hitesh? Can you tell me a little bit about Gluster? What is it, and what? First of all, what's your role at Gluster?
Sure, thanks. I'm the CEO at Gluster and one of the co-founders. And Gluster really is a open source clustered storage platform. What it really is a software stack which you could slap on top of Dell boxes and build out a clustered storage offering. Could be for an internal cloud, an external cloud, since we are at the Cloud Expo, or for archival, high performance, any number of offerings.
Cool. And Jack, what do you do at Gluster?
So I run marketing for Gluster, Bart.
And so tell me a little bit about how you came upon this opportunity at Gluster and what you're doing.
Well, I came to this after having worked at a couple of startups before this and was looking for another interesting startup to go to. What I think is really interesting about Gluster is it has the potential to transform the storage market in much the same way that Red Hat transformed the server market. So our model is very similar to that in the sense that we have an open source software stack on top of commodity hardware that scales out to get you to solve your problems.
So speaking of that, how big is the community behind Gluster?
So we've got about 800 strong community, close to 800 strong community, and there's a whole bunch of downloads that's happened over the years we've been in existence. So in tens of thousands, and it's a very active and vibrant community at Gluster.
And then, Hitesh, you were talking to me just before we did this about your background. Can you tell me a little bit about that and,
Sure.
and why you're in the business you're in the business of now?
Sure. So I'll make this short, but it's quite an interesting story. In our past lives, the other co-founder of the company, Anand Babu, and myself, we were at a company that deployed the world's second fastest supercomputer at Lawrence Livermore National Lab in June of 2004. And the whole idea behind Gluster was to bring that expertise, distill that expertise, and apply it to the storage space.
Excellent.
So that's how we got into the business of clustered storage.
And Jack, how did you get in the business of cluster storage?
Well, I've been doing high-tech stuff for a while. When I first moved out to the Valley, I worked for Sun Microsystems during the late 90s, and those were the go-go days, so I rode through the ups and the downs there. And then after Sun, I went off to a couple of startups. And then, like I said, was looking for something interesting and saw a huge opportunity here.
So can you tell me a little bit about some of the customers you're using, the customer types and any customer names you can talk about?
Sure, absolutely. So Gluster is a general purpose cluster storage platform, so we actually have a fit in quite a few different types of verticals and horizontals. In the early part of the product's life, it was very performance focused, and so we still have a lot of traction in verticals like oil and gas and bioinformatics. A couple example companies would be Noble Energy, Total, life science, life technologies. But we're also having a lot of success in managed hosting providers and service providers. Healthcare is getting a lot of take up, and one of the hottest areas that we're getting interest right now is people looking for virtual storage to go next to their virtual server environments.
So can you explain that, maybe Hitesh, from a technical point of view, how does that work?
So essentially, when you look at a data center today, a lot of large data centers have a whole bunch of virtual machines deployed. And it goes back to the same problem that we were having before, that, hey, when virtual machines are deployed in a data center, you've got issues of scalability, issues of manageability, and performance with regard to storage. So with the deployment of virtual machines, this problem is exacerbated. It's gotten even worse. So here we are offering cluster storage for virtual machines and for application data under a global namespace, perhaps in the same hardware with a central management interface. So that's a huge value proposition for these large data centers.
Excellent. And so just to end with, for each of you, Jack, what is the thing you're most excited about in the Gluster path going forward? Where some of the either capabilities or workload sets that you're going to bring to this?
Sure. I think that as the product continues to mature in future generations, the interesting thing is how we're truly going to build on top of a platform and create a platform that others can build on top of as well. So that means things like APIs to allow it to work better with higher level solutions, to integrate with management frameworks, to roll into sort of easy to deploy, say, hosted solutions for a service provider or cloud-based solutions for somebody like that.
And
So
you just released your platform, right?
it's coming out. It's in beta right now.
Okay.
It's coming out in a few weeks.
Okay, very cool. And Hitesh, what is it you're looking forward to in the?
Well, for me, it's very exciting to see a very young open source clustered storage product being taken on with such gusto in the enterprise today. We already are, if I may say so myself, the leading open source clustered storage provider today out there. So it's very gratifying and very exciting to see a file system that's never been done before, a file system that's been out for maybe a year and a half, being taken up with such gusto. We've got Fortune 500 companies taking this up and putting it in production. So I'm very excited, and all the things that Jack mentioned about APIs enabling other companies to build on Gluster platform is very, very exciting.
Excellent. Well, Hitesh, Jack, thank you both so much, and I look forward to learning more about Gluster as you guys go forward.
Thanks, Mark.